Okay, shouldn't we have a startup video for this? No? Oh, damn it. ...2011 John Deere 7830. The biggest horse in the 7000 series lineup at the time. This particular tractor came from down south. Originally it came from Andersonville, Georgia. And the current owner started off using it as a helper tractor. It was kind of big for what he wanted, but as it turned out, he upgraded to a bigger drill, he upgraded to a bigger spreader, and used this tractor quite a bit. He bought it with 700 hours, and he's put about 1,400 hours on it since then. The tractor is 170 horsepower, I do believe, and it has a chip in it which turns it up to about 214 if the percentage works out. The original Rice tires that came on it are now the duals. The fronts are still the same. They had to put a new set of tires on it. It did not come with duals, and they wanted some just in case they needed to use it for something else. And since tires cost so much, that's how it's set up now. The biggest job it does now is planting soybeans, and the owner tells me that it's really a good one. He leaves the chip turned up all the time. And with a full load of seed and some of the hilly ground he's got running in four-wheel drive, it takes all the power. It'll belch out a nice cloud of black smoke. Got to run this tractor some no-tilling some ground that had got away from them. It was burnt down and then it wound up getting growed back up before they could get on it to plant due to the interesting weather we've had this year. And it was really, really a nice tractor to run. The thing I liked the most about it, on them nice 105 degree days, 101 degree days we had for a stretch up here, it wound up having an air conditioner that would make your glasses fog up when you stepped out of it. The only problem I had is it was so cold that it wound up freezing up the lines. I had to keep turning it off and let it defrost. Just a general complaint on the 7000 series and some of the other John Deeres like a 6000 series, and I don't know if they've changed on the new ones, but when you set the front axle for 30-inch rows, they're very difficult to turn short. With a 30-foot planter, I drove a 7630 set on 30-inch rows, and there was times I had to use the steering brakes to turn around with 12 rows. And I've talked to several other people who said that's a common problem. John Deere salesman told me that it was a front axle design. Somebody else said it's the design of trying to fit all the emissions equipment and bigger radiators in the tractor. Whatever the case, that's really the only drawback I see. This tractor is equipped with the Power Quad 4x4 transmission. Works really well. It does 20 miles an hour on the road. And it's pretty simple. It's a nice all-around user tractor. The lights are base model on it, and they are a lot better than other tractors. The 4960 I drove, I wish it had lights like this on it. It needs an LED upgrade. Going down the road, I'd tell you what, if I could get away with it, I would run the field lights all the time. That's really great for seeing what's going on. Also helps if you have somebody that won't get over, or flash their high beams at you, all that good stuff. But I really had a good time driving the tractor. The reverser comes in handy, especially when you're opening the field up. More specifics on this tractor, it uses a 6.8 liter John Deere engine. The 7920 uses an 8.1, and they're similar horsepower, but this one does not build as much torque. All told though, it was a nice tractor for the job. The fuel economy I didn't really check out, but I was told that it's probably somewhere around a gallon per acre. I know a lot of people rip on the new John Deeres because they're not as reliable as some of the old ones. There's all the electronics. This one's really about as simple as you can get. The only problem the owner really mentioned that give him fits was the lights kept shorting out, and it turned out to be a wire that was shorting out against the radio. So it's not anything generic to the tractors, but to this one particular, he never fixed the radio, so it's awful fuzzy sounding when you turn it on. I wound up just using my iPhone in between filming to run music to listen to. Would I recommend this tractor to somebody? Absolutely. The owner has 3 like this and likes them all. At times, it would be nice to have a little more power, but it's got enough weight to hold everything down. It's got enough power to get the job done. So all in all, good job, John Deere. This is a good one.